What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick from Leverage Media, and today I want to talk to you about the coming storm of millennial chiropractors and how you can future-proof your practice against them. So we're here on my outside deck here in downtown Chicago, and it is early November, as you can tell from the pumpkins, and we're having our first big snowstorm. So it's going to be, I think, 12 degrees today. Every morning I come down here, and I don't know if we can see this, but in there is our pool, and I come down here and I do my morning swim, and then I come out on this patio and do some meditation and think about the day. And so I've been gone. I was in San Diego all this last week, and I didn't know that it was going to be snowstorm today, and so I was a little bit caught off guard. And you can tell that the people who run my building were also caught off guard because we've got some plants here that aren't going to make it. So it got me thinking about a lot of the doctors that I think about, or that I talk to every day for Leverage. We're a higher ticket item. Where we're an agency, we have an agency fee, and so the people that usually do business with us have reached some level of success, and they have a certain level of collections, and they're profiting, and yada yada. So a lot of the people that I talk to are in their 40s, their 50s, some in their 60s, and I talk to them and I explain to them what it is that we do, why we do it, and I show them what the opportunities they're missing out on. And they all love it. They all understand it. They all are like, oh, that makes total sense. And then for whatever reason, they don't make the decision to start, right? And I think a lot of the times it comes down to that these doctors have gotten comfortable with their success. And they've gotten comfortable to the point where they're just like, you know what, I've been doing it this long without running Facebook ads, or without doing content, or without doing Google ads, or without doing events, and they've lived on whether it's spinal screenings or referrals, however they're getting their new patients, and they think to themselves, that all sounds great, but I don't think it's that necessary for me. So I recently did an interview with Gary Vaynerchuk, who, if you don't know who he is, I think he's the smartest business person, entrepreneur on the planet. And he's influencing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people every day with his content. And his content is like, use the tools of communication in 2019 and 2020 to build what you want. And keep things lean, so you don't have to earn as much money to live a nice life and hustle, And he really talks about content marketing and marketing the right way. So with this interview, and if you haven't gotten the full interview, it's GaryVinterview.com. So it's Gary, the letter V, interview.com. You can download the full thing, get the video sent to you, and it's just an amazing interview. He's just such a great guy, and the people that have been opting in for that have been kind of in two categories. One have been already successful doctors. They get it, they listen to Gary, they understand it, and they've been very appreciative, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback from them. The other group has been younger doctors, has been people early in practice, or even still in school, that I can just tell that their paradigm is just completely different than it was for students when I was in school. When I was in school, it was all, there was a very specific path. Either you were going to have to start a practice and get a $100,000 loan, or you were going to go work for somebody. Now I think people are really starting to understand that there's other paths to that, and that the internet is the great field leveler when it comes to a local brick and mortar practice. If somebody's a better storyteller, if somebody's better at putting out contextual content than someone else, they're going to win in the marketplace. So when I saw these flowers back here, I thought of these doctors that everything's been fine until it wasn't. And I can tell you, when I was, as I've been talking to these kids after the Gary Vee interview, number one, they get it. But number two, it reminded me of, if you guys watch Game of Thrones, the Battle of Winterfell, that second to last episode where the White Walkers are, coming in and they're completely outnumbering the people defending the castle. And that's these young chiropractors. They've grown up with the internet. They understand it. They understand communication. They understand storytelling. And some of these older doctors, because they didn't grow up with it, because they don't understand it, they tend to they tend to think that that's an excuse for not having to worry about it. And I can tell you that it's not, and I can tell you that you need to future-proof your practice so you don't get stuck out in the cold. So hope you guys got some value out of this. If I can help you in any way, let me know, and we'll see you on the next one.